Hey everybody, I'm Psychosaurus, and today we're gonna talk about some changes done in Age of Empires Online again. And oh boy, some of them I'm not really I'm not really happy about, but most of them are pretty good. And we're gonna start with the first one, which is the Roman Clinicus healing rate increased to 30 from 18, non-champion mode only. Let me tell you, this is so much healing. That unit is broken. It's too much, to be honest. It's too much. It's just too much. Now, now we can compare it to some other in combat healers. So we got the Priestess of Ra, the Druid, and the Clinicus. Now, remember, Priestess of Ra in combat it's mainly about healing, but that's not her only role in a quest. She also empowers your buildings and giving you resources and increasing the training time so you can like train more villagers over time. So that's not her only role. And druids, with addition to their healing, also buff the healed targets damage. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. They increase the healed targets damage as well. And Clinicus, what he does is pretty much just healing, and that's what he does. Unlike the other two, Clinicus has only single target healing, but once you get their upgrade at the forum, they'll also have the AoE healing as well. But let's take a look at the numbers. Now I put some high healing scepter on the priestess so you can see in combat it goes up to 20 almost. Well, it's 19.22 seconds per second. Then we have the druid with the staff of I don't remember what it's called. Amenhotep, thank you. And it goes up to 23.23 per second. And also remember these two are getting upgrades to increase their healing as well. Priestess gets 40% and Druid also gets 40% as it seems. And the Clinicus, yeah, pretty much he starts this. I think it's still a little bit bugged here on the website. It does not show to update it. So it still all shows the old value. And I think this is good to show rather than the new value, because the new value, all you have to do is add 2/3 of this value. So yeah, Priestess of Ra. Advantage of these two is you get them in Bronze Age, so you can start training them sooner than the Clinicus. So they are much more useful early. Well, Druid kinda stays in the game until the late game because, well, until the end of the game because you can still keep using them for the damage buff. But let's start with the Priestess. I think the biggest disadvantage of Priestess is that most of the scepters don't have even healing, and those that do won't give you that much healing as the staff of Amenhotep. But they still start with a solid 10 health per second, and if you give them like some very high healing scepter, excuse me, you will get like additional 40%, something like that. Yeah, 37.41% from this one. I think most of the scepters have about the highest healing scepters had about this number, I think, last time I checked. So don't expect more than 40% on that. And then you also get the upgrade. I'm not including advisors in this because it's the same advantage for all of these, and you will not always pick, let's say, Mehrab for these. So I'm not gonna include them in this. So yeah, you can go pretty high. You are in Bronze Age. You get the healing upgrade. It goes up here. Very nice, very nice. If we disable the druids, I don't remember when do you get this even. Is it Bronze Age? I don't remember. I think this. I think this one is Bronze Age and this one is Silver Age. So let's disable this so you can see Bronze Age. That's where Priestess of Ra is very strong. Not only that she empowers your buildings, she also gives you some nice healing. Druid is, well, not too far behind, but he's behind a little bit. But what Druid does is also giving the units damage buff, and that's actually a huge addition of that unit, since that's pretty much the main purpose of that unit, like giving the buff to your units, not only healing them. The healing is rather the nice bonus to it, I would say. And yeah, increasing it is very nice. So let's say this is Bronze Age. Clinicus does not exist in Bronze Age. So yeah, Priestess is very strong here. But also you use Priestesses to empower. So you have some back home, empowering your town centers, maybe some storehouses. So not only that, but those that you use in combat, yeah, those will be giving you some nice health. Beware that most of the Egyptian units don't really have that huge armor, to be honest. The units that have like pretty huge armor, like you have the spearmen, okay, they have some base armor, it's not the highest, it's there. You have the axemen with some infantry armor, it's also mediocre. Then you have like slingers. Slingers are pretty tanky, but only against pierce damage. So if you combine like priestess with slingers, yeah, you can heal them for a while. So with slingers this can work very nicely. And then game progresses, yeah, you get camels, those have no armor, so not really worth it. You have chariot archers, no armor, elephant archers, no armor, siege, you cannot heal. And then you have elephants. And those bad boys have some pretty huge pierce armor, especially once you give them the champion upgrade. But that's about it, they are still vulnerable to melee damage. So yeah, priestesses, it seems quite huge, and it's definitely huge early, but later I don't think it's gonna give you that much value. Now druids, let's say we have, well, we are still in Bronze Age. You have some nice units to heal. You have the spearmen, again they have some armor. You have slingers. Those slingers actually start with the highest pierce armor in the game, so you can use them with slingers as well. You can obviously use them with swordsmen, and that's where it comes really huge in Silver Age, because the swordsmen with their champion upgrade get additional armor. And armor, if you have watched my combat stats advanced video, then you know I gave you an advice to use healing with armored units, because the armor increases the value of the healing. And because the swordsman gets a lot of armor from their champion upgrade, it works very nicely with the healing from druid. And if you add even more armor, it's even better than that. So druids combine really well with the longswordsman. And not only that, once you get this upgrade, you also have higher healing than the Priestess of Ra, so you heal more, and because you have armored units, the healing gets additional value from that as well. So yeah, for the other options, what do you have there? Bowmen? Yeah, not really. You have Volt Raiders. Volt Raiders have nice pierce armor and crush armor, but they are so fast, druids would slow them down quite a bit, so I would not recommend combining druids with Volt Raiders. But if you're going with longswordsmen, adding druids is very huge once you get the champion upgrade as well. And then also we get the Clinicus in the game. About the priestess, yeah, in Silver Age it kind of falls off the healing. It's just other civs are just gonna outdamage it really fast. The infantry units are gonna die fast. Camels are just fast, chariot archers are fast, elephants are fast. So yeah, they might slow down a little bit. You get the upgrade, however, that's pretty nice. Oh yeah. Well, this is because I have the fast scepter, so don't look at the movement speed. But I think the Silver Age is where Priestess of Ra kind of falls off, and the main role turns into the empower part. So this is why I don't really like the healing scepters, and I rather focus on the scepter of Pharaoh, because it makes more sense to improve the empower rate than anything else. And you can see I also have less healing than with the other scepter. And yeah, much slower, so she's still gonna slow down your faster units anyway, so I don't think it's completely bad using Priestess of Ra as healers, but I don't think she gives you that much value after Silver Age. Now Druids, obviously, you have the Long Swordsman. And now here comes the Clinicus, and this is why I feel like the increased healing feels stupidly wrong and it's broken. If you take a look at the units that you can put together with Clinicus, now remember, in Silver Age you have only single target healing, but the healing rate is already this huge. This is the old one, okay? If you take a look at the difference between the Clinicus and upgraded Druid, you can see it's about 10 health per second. So the difference is huge, but remember, Druids also buff the damage by 20% when healing. So yeah, the buff is very nice, but the healing is like pretty huge. And don't forget that Clinicus also have quite a huge range on healing. That's another thing. Priestess has bigger range than Druid. So Druids are a little bit more endangered, but who cares, right? The AI typically is not that smart. But in PvP, yeah, beware of them sniping your Druids. But yeah, Clinicals having this huge range, that's so safe. So they can stand far behind. Clinicals heal so much. This is pretty huge. And if we take a look at the units, we can just take a look at the tech tree. And let's see what units we can pair with Clinicus. So let's say Spearman. It's got some nice armor, but I feel like this is the worst Spearman in the game, not gonna lie. Yeah, they have some nice armor. They're not that bad, to be honest. Then you have Legionary, and look at that damn infantry armor. This is where I feel like Clinicus is very broken, and I can guarantee you, this is stupidly broken. With the 55 health per second right now I get from them, because 2/3 more, remember that? I saw that and I was like, no, that can't be true. Literally, you know those legendary camps, you have those sea people chieftains. Yeah, I had 2 chieftains attacking one of my legionary. That legionary was not dying. It was fully upgraded, but what was the most important part was he was getting healed by a Clinicus, and he was getting attacked by 2 of those chieftains. I was like, no, no, no way. That can't be true. It's so broken. And that's just like 2 chieftains. And I'm like, dude, if it was like 1 chieftain, I would be okay. But 2? No. It already feels wrong. That already feels super wrong right there. So yeah, pairing them up with Legionary, that's one thing. You can also pair them with Ekkas. Ekkas has some nice armor. And it even gets better as you progress because you get so much pierce armor. Why not pairing them with Ekkas? Well, not in fight, but let's say you're defending. On defense, yeah, you can heal your Ekkas. This works very nicely. Slingers, they have some pierce armor, but they have also huge range. I don't really think that like healing them is completely necessary. You don't even pair them with these. With bowmen, yeah, no armor. And they have low health, they'll die instantly. Gallic Horsemen, this is actually a great example where you can use Clinicus because they have huge cavalry armor. So using them against other cavalry, that's very huge. That's very huge. Again, you can just use Clinicus and heal your Gallic Horsemen because they have huge cavalry armor, so why not? And officers, this is where it becomes quite big. Decurion, huge pierce armor. Again, Clinicus works very nicely. Centurion, after the champion upgrade, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, that's some healing right there. Yeah, Aquifer, it has some pierce armor, but it's not about keeping the Aquifer alive, and you keep them at the back with the Clinicus, so they won't really get endangered if possible, but yeah, keeping them alive just in case can be quite useful. And then also Primus Pilus, you want to keep him alive, yeah, Clinicus. I don't really think you should send him to the front lines to fight, but rather keep him back, but close enough to lower the enemy damage. But yeah, all the officers make sense pairing them with the Clinicus, especially the Centurions. You can definitely pair them with the Gallic Horsemen. You can definitely pair them with Legionary and Ekes. And that's why I feel like it's so huge, because all these units have huge armor. At least one armor type. So if we go back, yeah, it shows 33, but imagine this 55 health per second. And with all those armors there in the game, like, this is why I disagree with the buff. Maybe if it was like small buff, but this huge buff, no. That's just so wrong. That's just making the units super overpowered, because like, how much damage can you survive with just one unit all of a sudden? Just because it gets healed by Clinicus. And if you reach the late game, you get AoE healing. This amount of healing, well, times increased by 2/3 in AoE. So you're healing a whole bunch of units like that. Getting like 55 health per second back in AoEs. So you have like 6 of these. Really huge. Oh yeah, obviously late game druids, you can pair them with like champions. Again, that's similar to legionary. And then you can also pair them with carpentoms, which, yeah, carpentoms are fast, but if you pair them, you can take out towers with them. It's pretty funny to see that as well. But yeah, Clinicus buff, I strongly disagree. At least with the numbers. With the number, it's just super overpowered, because the other units have so much armor already. Why do you need to buff Clinicus so much when you have so heavily armored units? It's just gonna become huge. It's already super overpowered. I saw it with my own eyes. It's just stupidly wrong. It's so wrong. I want to be against it because, like, yeah, I agree the difference here is and health, but going from 18 to 30, it's just too much. I'll be honest. I wouldn't go higher than like 24. Remember, this is also in combat. You can just abuse it in combat. It's so strong. Tell me what you think in the comments, please. Because I feel like this is stupidly wrong. This is stupidly overpowered. This should not be a thing, in my opinion. Oh, and thank God it was bugged on the first day, but it's fixed already. It's already working properly. Let's move on to the next one. The Roman Eneris. Wood cost increased to 225 from 175, so 50 more wood per Eneris. Gold cost increased to 150 from 125, so 25 more gold per Eneris. That's a pretty huge increase, but I have to say, Eneris is a very strong ship. Especially in the naval fights, like, oh boy. I just used them a few times and I know it's just so strong. Not to mention, once you get their champion upgrade, you can also destroy enemy defenses quite easily because you have the long siege attack. And you can also see farther, which is again pretty huge because you can avoid some not wanted fights. So yeah, and it is, in my opinion, is one of those strongest ships in the game. I think even the strongest. So I strongly agree with the cost increase because 175 wood. It's like what's like other ship that is so expensive. I think the Persian galley costs 175 wood, but only 50 gold. But if I had to compare Eneris versus galley, oh boy, Eneris is too much more powerful than galley, in my opinion. Especially in water fights. If you're using ships against land units, that can depend what you're attacking. If you're attacking buildings, Eneris is gonna be better. If you're attacking siege, Eneris is gonna be better. If you're attacking land units such as infantry, yeah, it can be better to use Libunian instead because Eneris does not have that huge damage against those. But if the target has huge pierce armor, Eneris is gonna become bad in my opinion. But depends. Next part of this. Projectile speed reduced to 30 from 50 to match other ships such as galleys, swan ships, longships, and triremes. Yeah, I heard some complaints about it's very difficult to dodge the enemy's fire and how strong the ship is. I agree that this was kind of needed. I mean, the speed was really huge. It was really huge. It just fired and it was like it was instantly there. Like this change, honestly, now they are much slower and it feels much better because now it feels like I can properly dodge it. And I like this change. I think it was kind of necessary because that ship just hurts. If you get hit by that ship, it hurts. So yeah, make it easier to dodge them. I like it. Okay, next change. Firepod projectile on all fire ships. Projectile speed increased to 25 from 15. That's some speed increase, and let me tell you, it became much harder to dodge those. It it was like before it was like it froze and it flies and it flies and it's there. Now it's like it froze, it's there. That's so much faster. It's so much more difficult to dodge those. Now against AI, that's not much difference with your fireships, but their fireships, it's making it easier for them to hit you now. So be careful around fireships. They are, in my opinion, much more dangerous than before. So careful with that. Okay, let's move on. Next changes. Bug fixes. Fixed an issue with Javelin of the Ice King. Yeah, something about it not applying the stat. I noticed this back in winter, to be honest. At least I saw it in the unit stats, but I think it was applying it properly. Maybe it was not. Maybe I just saw something else. Who knows? But yeah, Javelin of the Ice King. The snare is working properly now, according to this. Change the stats of Spartan soldiers heavy spear to damage and critical hit chance. This spear was giving you maximum range, and what was the other one? I think it was movement speed or line of sight or something like it. And if we read further, the original stats of this item were completely bugged and non-functional. It was given the stats of a staff by the original developers. So yeah, it was bugged, it was never working, so if you ever got that speed, it did nothing for you. So now it gives damage, crit chance, which is pretty good numbers. I don't remember what level that item is. I think it's like 20? For level 20 speed, I think this is pretty good. I would probably recommend it if you want some gear, but I think you don't really need the gear for on your quest. Not this early. I think later. Once you reach level 40, you just get something better than that. Okay, remove the duplicate objective string from the Roman side quest, not safe for work. Yeah, I think that was like not losing town center and the village hall or something like that. Yeah, I don't know why it was there twice. And I don't even think I saw the village hall, if anything like that even existed. Fix the completion and in progress text for the Roman side quest, subdue the Samnites. I can't tell anymore because I don't have the quest anymore. Fixed a visual bug with the console overseer's shield. Item that didn't show its legendary looks properly. Yeah, I saw that. It still had its rare look and not the legendary one. So now it should be fixed. Fix the alliance, residence blueprints. Oh yeah, this was. I think it was bug where it did not allow you to get the residences from the store because you were not part of the alliance, but the alliances are disabled, so now you should be able to get those again. Fixed an issue when sturdy staves and slings. Yeah, that store had no description on it at all, so it should have now. Roman campaign, trade for one marble, change the quest's reward to match the quest of the same time from other civilizations, blah blah blah. Yeah, so it should have matching rewards. Okay, next change. Quest updates. The Forgotten Bow rewards adjusted to match other legendary questline completion reward quests. So yeah, I think you're getting more rewards or something, just rewards changed. The Elite Meat in Crete fixed an issue when some civilizations' walls wouldn't display correctly on the far edges of the wall. Okay, so I think just visuals something. Okay. Legendary Invasion of Agitna. Remove the timer as a mandatory part of the quest. It is now an optional objective. So Agitna should be much easier for you since you don't have to beat it. I think the timer was 30 minutes and beating Agitna in 30 minutes. Well, we'll see. Make sure to abandon this quest and accept it again before playing it in order not to go out of sync with your partner and miss on rewards. Yeah. Miss out on rewards. Legendary Travel Tigris timer reduced to 30 minutes from 35 minutes. I honestly don't know why they did that. And after they did that, yeah, the quest is a little bit buggy now. Oh boy. Now you cannot even get the camps behind the wall that disappears once you, well, before the end, because now, because it's shorter, the waves keep coming. And yeah, there was like a trigger that would make the wall disappear, and because of that the wall does not disappear anymore. Or I think the issue is like there was the trigger that would cause the general to come after the enemy town center, and now it's not working properly and you cannot get behind the wall because it's still there. And again, make sure to abandon. I don't know if you, I don't know about this. I think everyone just did that already, and if not, yeah, you better do that. Okay, Invasion of Dunum. Fix some map exploits. I don't know what exploits there were, so don't ask me what those were. Liberating the lower nice. Fix some map exploits again. Don't know what that was. Come together. Added some adjustments to several unit spawn triggers. Thanks. Yeah, thanks Google 8. So yeah, I played the come together. It's pretty much at the center of the map there are those groups of legionaries spawning. Now it's not that intense, because before it was like you kill this one group and there's all of a sudden another one. So if you did not kill them fast or did not ignore them, it was hard pushing through them. So for 2-star quests, yeah, this could have been quite an issue for some not so great players. So and oh boy, yeah, I'm honestly glad this has been changed, because that quest all of a sudden feels much more as a 2-star quest. Invading Babylonians fixed an issue where royal guards would start out with negative multipliers versus buildings. I was playing Invading Babylonians. It's one annoying quest, and yeah, royal guards, because of the how the multipliers are working in those quests, the royal guards with their champion upgrade get lower bonus versus buildings, and because the multipliers get not multiplied but uh, added the negative value, they get added the negative value. So yeah, that would end with less than 0 bonus versus buildings. Now one big part here, the following quests have had their difficulty ratings and cooldowns adjusted. Rewards have been changed to match the new settings. So legendary, I know I'm losing you. That's the co-op only legendary quest in Argos. So difficulty rating increased to 3 stars from 2 stars. Impossible Cataclysm, difficulty reduced to 3 stars from 4 stars. I don't know why that one was even 4 stars. I haven't checked that, so I don't know if the rewards were adjusted for this one as well, or even this one. I don't really care about those two anyway. I don't really play Cataclysm, and this one is co-op only. I don't really care about it. Recapturing Puffles, difficulty rating reduced to 2 stars from 3 stars. Yeah, Puffles is not that difficult, solo is. But Puffles still has the same reward, so you don't have to worry about that. Recapturing Marion, difficulty rating increased to 2 stars from 1 star. I'll be honest, I don't know why Marion was 1 star, because I think because of the enemy siege spawning, that might kinda make it more difficult for the newer players, because, well, how often have you, many siege units have you seen so far until the legendary Marion? That's my question. So I kinda agree, it being 2 stars, it can be a little bit difficult for newer players to deal with the siege if they don't know what they're doing, but it's not that difficult once you get used to it. Okay, know that this quest already has increased rewards compared to quests of the same rating, so the rewards are not adjusted. Yeah, Marion still has the same rewards, so you don't have to worry about it. You can still earn a lot of coins from Marion, so if you need some coins, Marion, in my opinion, is one of the best quests to get some coin. Okay, Celeste, a new rebellion, rating increased to 4 stars from 2 stars, cooldown increased to 12 days from 12 hours. Let's be honest, the new rebellion is the one where you have to defeat the 3 enemies, and you build walls to stop like 2 enemies, and you just deal with 1 at a time. So yeah, with the new rewards, I did not really want to play this because it felt so unrewarding, but now it being increased to 4 stars and giving it 12 days cooldown, that's a huge boost to its rewards, definitely. The issue I see with that quest and the end of the traders, which got the same change as well, the issue I see is the quest gives you only the base quest rewards, which I think, what was it, like 6 chests before? Now it's, or maybe even just 4 before, right? 2 stars, 12 hours, that's the same as size, so I think that was 4 or 5 chests, something like that. So this should give it some boost, especially the empire points and coins. So it should be better as reward with the rewards now, and I think they kind of deserved it, because before I would not really want to play those quests at all. Now at least I can get something out of it, so why not? Not saying you should play them, but at least once in a while with the 12 days cooldown, yeah, why not? The Greek Revolt, again, Celeste quest. Recapturing Mileto, difficulty rating reduced to 2 stars from 3 stars, cooldown increased to 6 days from 12 hours. Let's be honest, how many of you did actually play Mileto so, lately? I don't think many of you did, because that quest, in my opinion, felt so unrewarding. Well, if you played in co-op, it might have been worth, but solo, nah. So with the 2 stars, that means a little bit less rewards, but because it's 6 days now, so it should be much better rewarding, especially coins and empire points. So Mileto feels much more worth. I don't really like the quest, but if you like it, hey, you can play it because its rewards are now much better. Recapturing FSO, difficulty rating reduced to 2 stars from 3 stars. Yeah, I don't know why this one had even 3 stars at the beginning. To start with, why 3 stars on that one? It's just a spearman spam. Sure, the enemy has cataphracts, but they can run out of resources and stop spamming units, so it's not that bad quest. All you have to do is pretty much hold out and you're fine. So yeah, difficulty rating 2 stars definitely. I think, what is it? Is it 6 days cooldown or 12 days? I think this one is 6 days, right? So it's still pretty rewarding anyway. So yeah, FSO, pretty easy quest, just spam Spearman. Because that's what you have to do there anyway. Conquest of the Nine Realms. So recapturing Svartalfheim, cooldown reduced to 12 hours from 12 days. I'll be honest, I don't really care about Svartalfheim. And if I wanted to play Quest, definitely I would not want to play it every day now. I didn't want to play it every day before, I don't even want to play it now, so it's got pretty huge nerf on its rewards with this change. And remember, it's 2 stars, so pretty huge nerfs. Well, I don't think in the amount of chests, but in the amount of coins and empire points, yeah, definitely a nerf. Still, I would say easier than Alfheim. And speaking of Alfheim, difficulty rating increased to 4 stars from 3 stars. Cooldown increased to 12 days from 12 hours. Again, not a quest that I would want to play every day, so I'm glad it got increased the cooldown this time. Unlike Svartalfheim, it being reduced. I don't really like those two quests. Svartalfheim is quite annoying to end because you can take out like the right base, left base easily. The central base is quite annoying. Alfheim is rather annoying because of the if you don't build a wall, there's gonna be just a ton of units coming at you for no reason, and then they'll just come leave for some reason. I feel like Alfheim needs some kind of rework on that because it's so annoying to deal with that. But if you build wall, they still come, but it's not that bad. And yeah, pushing in Alfheim, that's a nightmare because there's always so many units and you keep wondering where are they coming from. It's just so annoying. So I'm glad it got increased. The difficulty rating definitely means more rewards on that. 12 days, yeah, if I play it once in a while, sure, why not? Feels more rewarding at least. So I definitely like this change. I dislike the Svartalfheim change. But if you like it, hey, maybe it's good for you. And last one for the 9 realms. Muspelheim, cooldown increased to 6 days from 12 hours. I'll be honest, Muspelheim is a really huge map. And because, well, it's a big map, but what makes it really long is that the distance like you have to get through. Like you start in one location and then you have to like walk through the whole map to reach the end. Muspelheim is not difficult quest, it's rather very long because how the map is being used there. And because of that, yeah, very long quest. It's not a quest I would want to play every day because of that. But once in a while, sure, why not? And I definitely agree with the 6 days cooldown. Niflheim would be the opposite where I would rather see the 12 hours, but if it's 6 days as well, yeah, okay. I would rather see the Niflheim with 12 hours, to be honest, instead of Svartalfheim. But it's fine. Okay, General Zoo's Glory Days. More Mad Medians in Mesopotamia. Cooldown increased to 6 days from 12 hours. I think it's still 1 star quest. I still kind of disagree it being 1 star because of the early game. But if you manage to defend early, then the quest is easy. So it's hard to tell. Should be like 1.5 stars at least. But yeah, with this cooldown increase, the greatest reward increase comes in the form of chest. So Man Medians is quite rewarding again in the amount of chests. So definitely go ahead, play some more Man Medians because now you'll get a lot of chests. If you're starting with the legendary quest, this is very good quest to start, and I think it's a good quest to start playing those Celeste legendary quests. So definitely I recommend this one. And for farming, it's definitely great. There's also 5 camps there, so definitely great quest to get some chests. And if you get good at it, you can do it pretty fast. Like typically around 30 minutes. And if you improve, yeah, you can do it in like 20 minutes. Some people do. But yeah, 30 minutes quest, lots of chests. Why not? And Euphrates in this order, yeah. Difficulty rating increased to 4 stars. So more rewards for Euphrates. I wish they increased it for Suza as well, because those two quests are so annoying to beat in time. Because you have like 25 minutes to beat it for the secondary objective. And 40 minutes to beat it at all. Very annoying. Like, what I feel like they should. Like, I'm not against the timers. What I'm against is like I'm missing it like always like by few minutes. I kind of wish they increased the timer by 5 minutes. Or I'll just have to get better. I don't know. It's just you have to go so fast and you have to keep going. Once you keep going, you cannot stop. And that's so annoying about those quests. I hate it about them. Good challenge for your speed, and it's definitely much more rewarding than ever before. So yeah, you can play those, and if you don't get the time challenge, it's okay. You're still getting more rewards than before with the time challenge. So yeah, you can go ahead and try them. And if you get good at it, you can get a lot of rewards from those. Why not? Okay, Liberating, Find Oasis, and this is big one. Difficulty rating increased to 3 stars from 2 stars. Cooldown increased to 6 days from 12 hours. And oh boy, Find Oasis is rewarding again. Well, not in coins, but definitely in chests. I think Fire, I don't know why it was even 12 hours. I don't know how many players do really want to play like water map every day on every save. Like, But it's definitely rewarding again. If you want to play Fireum, you can definitely earn some Empire points and coins from it now. So yeah, it should definitely feel good now. If you did not care about coins and Empire points before, yeah, not much difference for you anyway. So probably like one chest right now. So yeah, you can play Fireum again. Why not? Okay, invasion of Quickos. Difficulty rating increased to 2 stars. Cooldown increased to 6 days. Quickos is the fast one, the one you're supposed to beat in 20 minutes. So yeah, that one is quite annoying. And I heard complaining like, how is this one a 1-star quest? Don't ask me, I don't really play it. Invasion of Verona. Difficulty rating reduced to 2 stars from 3 stars. Cooldown reduced to 6 days from 12 days. I'll be honest, I'm not like completely against Verona, but I kind of disagree with this difficulty being lowered. Like if you're playing this in co-op, yes, this can be 2-star. If you're playing this solo, it feels like 4-star to me. Definitely because of the secondary objective. I think what they should do is change the secondary objective, not saving like all the villagers, but not allowing too many villagers to die. So if you had like, if they would set the limit with 5 villagers, I think it would be better than just save all of them, because it's so annoying to deal with all those units. And how many units are coming at me like since the very beginning of the quest? It's so annoying. I don't really like Verona. I kinda disagree with the star rating being lower. With the cooldown, yeah, sure, why not? But I still think the quest is too rewarding anyway. So why not? Just, but I would leave it at 3 stars. Brenno's attacks difficulty rating increased to 5 stars from 4 stars. This means you can get a guaranteed legendary chest from Brennos now. And oh boy, this should have been done at the very beginning. I don't know who thought Brennos attacks is 4-star quest, because that quest is definitely 5-star. It's so annoying to deal with it. I mean, if you're playing it co-op, I can see it being 4 stars, but playing it solo, oh my god, that's so annoying. And making it in time, oh boy. That's the worst part. Like, I was able to like beat it a few times, and I made it in time with some saves. But then I was trying it as Norse, and oh boy, that was a nightmare. Like beating the quest in time for me on that quest. I always miss it just because of the timer. Just because of the timer, I did not finish the quest, and that's like that made me so annoyed or so angry at the quest that I stopped playing it and did not play it for a while. And I'm so happy about it. So yeah, I strongly agree with the 5 stars because that quest is so difficult that it should have been from the beginning. So I'm happy that it's 5 star now. And Legendary Battle of the Alia difficulty rating increased to 4 stars from 3 stars. I'll be honest, I don't really care about Alia. Alia does not feel like that difficult. It's rather very similar to the Sea of Holes, and that's what makes it so annoying. That quest is kind of forcing you to get on water and destroy the enemy transport as soon as possible, because otherwise there will be just too many units. And if you start in H1, so getting your units out as fast as possible is an option as well. But oh boy, with the amount of units coming later, yeah, no way, no way. You just have to get on water, destroy the enemy. Yeah, so here are the charts. So if you want to take a look at the rewards, the differences, here you can check it out. Wait, what? 5 star 6 days can also have guaranteed legendary item? What? Well, if there was 5 star 6 days, I don't think there is a single one yet. Art updates. Okay, so yeah, some changes about the icons, not all of them being unique. So now they should have their icons again. Only legendary items, not epic and other rarities. So only legendary items should have their unique icons. Fix the alignment for the barracks icon on the Egyptian tech tree. Oh boy, DF2K's note. Yes, I saw those 3 pixels of misalignment and could unsee. I feel like he was just checking it with a ruler or something like that. Because I did not care about it. It's just so wrong. Oh boy. Fix the color scheme for the Babylonian tier 4 and Egyptian tier 3 Sith shields to be consistent with other civilizations. I think Egyptians had like silver with blue color or something like that. I wouldn't really care about it, but at least not the Egyptian. If it's like Babylonian, okay. But the Egyptian, yeah, I don't really care because you don't stay in between levels. What is it like? You need 8 for Silver Age, so I think between levels 8 and 15 you don't stay too long there typically, so yeah, who cares. I honestly don't even know why Babylonians have like, if Babylonians even, not only Babylonians but all the pro civs like even have like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 shields, because you start level 20 already and that means you already have the golden age access. So are there any? I think there are, but who knows. I think I actually saw them. I think I did. Maybe they are actually. Don't know why though. Fix the background shading for the Norse tier 4 Sith shield. So yeah, Norse Sith shield. Okay, updated the quest giver artworks for Abominable Snowman. Credits goes to Hans for his beautiful work. So yeah, now we get the Abominable Snowman, and oh boy, it locked me up. So if we take a look back, we go back to the game, and if we go to the Abominable Snowman, which is quest giver, you can find him in the Fortress of the Ice King, and by the Ice King, yeah, you can see instead of the old man with red hat, you get the snowman now. Finally, it's there, so you can enjoy him now. Okay, and what else we got? So yeah, I'll say it looks nice. It's very nice. So great job, Hunt. Okay, champion mode. Far beyond the champion, some changes. I think those are pretty cool. Movement speed, snare resistance on the champion upgrade plus gold increase. I disagree with the gold increase because the RAM champions are typically very cheap. The only exception of the Babylonian Siege Tower because that's a huge upgrade there. That's a huge upgrade there. So if you take a look at like Greeks, but Persians, Romans, it costs 400 gold. I don't know what about this in champion mode, so don't ask me about that. But sure, why not? I think Far Order is quite cool unit, so why not? And I'm kinda sad that it's the only RAM-like unit that does not get the snare immunity. UI updates. Change the order of effects on work tools. Yeah, this was about I think the mainly the Divine Hammer of Construction where it was like gather rate, gather rate, gather rate, building speed, gather rate. So it should be now gather rate, building speed. So it should be ordered now properly. So they always show gather rate increases first and then building construction speed. Yeah, in that order. Made the quick play UI, global marketplace UI, and player progression UI buttons toggleable. Yeah, pretty much if you would click on the global market and you would click on it again, it would just reopen it. Now if you click on it, it just closes. Like now I can always close it like this. Same thing. So same goes for the others. Made several adjustments and optimizations to the world map. Yeah, I think there was like BF2K was like showing this Celtica that it was like on the line, and now also we can see India here. So we can go to India. There's nothing so far, but who knows when it will get filled with quests, cities. Who knows? Who knows when? But yeah, if you go to Mesopotamia, you can also access India from there. I wish we could access Egypt from here as well. I should maybe make a suggestion about it. Because it's so annoying, like you have Egypt, but you cannot go to Mesopotamia from here. Which doesn't make sense to me. So that's that. Added information interface for the different available daily login rewards. You can access this UI by clicking on the question mark icon at the top right of the daily login rewards page of the stats and progression menu. Added additional information about questline progress achievements. Hover over each icon to see more details. So if we go here, hopefully it won't crash, because that happened a few times. So there's the question mark. You click on it, you can see what the icons mean. So 1000 coin, 10,000 coin, empire points, random epic advisor, vanity gear, chest, and here it's mentioned legendary item not guaranteed. Some people are complaining like I did not get a legendary item from the legendary chest because it's not guaranteed. This is the typical chest you get from legendary quests. This is the classic legendary chest. You would get it from quests like Marion. It would not guarantee a legendary item. At worst, it would be rare, but not legendary guaranteed. Same goes for the Celeste from the Celeste quests, such as Hellhide, Perennial attacks, and such. Again, does not guarantee legendary item. You could even hover over the chest icon and you can see these treasure chests contain random items, including legendary items from the classic set. Legendary items only exist in level 40 chests. I mean, it's so obvious from the text here. Contain random items, including legendary items. So that means it can be legendary, but it does not have to be. And most likely it won't be, to be honest. And the quest progression, yeah, if you hover over it, you can see so much detail. So let's say we want 12 kingdoms. You see, complete the quest, the 12 kingdoms to unlock this achievement. and then you have like quest line, starting quest name, defense of Arsenal, starting quest location, capital city, minimum required level 29. So you need level 29, you'll get quest called defense of Arsenal, where in your capital city. In my Rome capital city, so it would be exactly me that quest. So very nice there. Every achievement has it now, which is very nice. Added the Norse Raven to the in-game tech tree of the Norse. You can find it in the utility tab next to the Norse Seer. Yeah, pretty much go to the tech tree, utility tab, find the Norse Seer. It's next to the Norse Seer. It's not showing the Raven stats, I think so. I think it's just a description of that unit. Fix the description for the Norse civilization in the civilization selection screen to provide correct information. I don't know what's so different about it, but maybe there is some difference. I don't know. Fix some inconsistencies in gear slot tooltips. Not sure what that is. Fix several inconsistencies in the Babylonian in-game tech tree. Don't know what's been changed. I did not check this, and honestly, I don't care really. But it can be something nice. Who knows? Fix the description for the Crete region in the region shortcuts in the quest map interface. Really? Right here, travel to Crete where you can access the defense of Crete booster. I don't know if there was any change to that. But okay, other updates, added support for the Romans in offline modes, scenario initialization triggers, added various visual improvements for offline modes, choice dialog interface, fixed various inconsistencies and added multiple improvements in German, Spanish, French and Italian regions of the game. Installation added some, yeah, so that's all from this, but then there's been a hotfix. Here, no balance changes, bug fixes fixed an issue with the arrows of the Ice Kings, where it showed the snare attribute twice. Yeah, I don't know what caused it, don't ask me, but it was there twice, so now it should be just once. Properly fixed an issue with the Roman Aneris where its projectiles didn't display properly. I did not see that one. I was not playing as Romans during that time. Or I was, but not with Aneris. That's how I would say it. So I don't know about it, anything. But now they are shown properly. And they are pretty slow, to be honest. Fixed an issue with the Roman Clinicus where its heal rate wasn't increased to 30 as intended. Oh boy. And then they fixed it and I was like, oh no, now it's actually broken. Believe me, it's broken. It just feels so wrong for me to use the Clinicus. I just don't wanna use it because it feels stupid and broken. Maybe if I remove the stuff then I will stop feeling bad. Who knows? Fixed an issue with the legendary tablet Tigris quest where the quest wouldn't complete properly after the timer had reached 0. Don't ask me, I did not play Tigris at the time, but now it's like it's 30 minutes, it will end, the wall won't disappear. That's a bug there. I don't even know when it triggers the general failure, if it does at all. Fixed an issue with the legendary come together quest where the entire map would be revealed. Yeah, I heard about. I saw that. I did not play the quest, but I saw that. I don't know why, but okay. Fixed an issue with the arena and Norse treasure buildings in capital cities that caused some visual glitch A visual glitch. Glitched? What? I think some visual glitches under certain circumstances. Don't know about it, anything. Roman campaign. In spite of all the danger, fixed an issue when the objective markers would disappear from the map. Oh yeah. I don't know what quests have those markers. I think this. I remember this one. There was like one where it had its markers that if they would disappear, and if you did not know the location, then it would be bad because it was so annoying. So don't know about this, but glad they fixed it. Added free flares at the start of the game to indicate the to the player where they need to build their town centers. Okay. The town centers. Is it though? I think this one is where you have to destroy the town centers and build your own there. I think that's it. And oh boy, this one is sad. Quest updates. Removed all demo quests. Persians, Babylonians, and Norse. So you cannot access those quests anymore. At least not through the online mode. You can still access them in the offline mode. I actually checked it just to be sure. They were still there a few days back, so I think they're still there. If you wanna play them and you haven't tried them ever before, well, the quests are called Babylon, it's on course, heading north, and Persia in peril. So those are the three quests that got removed. Pretty much in those quests you just play with naked units as those saves. You just have to do something. It was just about hey, it's about meeting those saves, trying them out. It was nice when you wouldn't have access to all the saves from the very beginning. Now you just get everything for free. So now you can just directly play as Norse. You can directly play as Persia. So yeah, they're kind of unnecessary, and the only thing about them was you would get some free consumables, and that's it. So they're gone. Do I really care? Nah, not really. And did I? I did not do that. Oh no, I'm an idiot. Okay, I just realized I'm an idiot and forgot to switch the screens or scenes, whatever. Well, I just reached the end, so pretty much the demo quest removed. It's kind of sad, so I'll have to do some editing anyway. So, oh boy. So yeah, that's all of the changes. So tell me what you think. I'm gonna do some editing. Hopefully it won't take too long for me, but yeah, I think you just watch the result. So yeah, if I had to say demo quest, yeah, who cares? If you did not care about the consumables, yeah, you don't really have to worry about those anyway. Some changes are nice, some changes I dislike. I kind of like a lot of these quests, changing the changes to their rating and cooldowns. Some of them I dislike, but what I really hate is the damn Clinicus being popped so hard. It's the worst. Oh boy. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please press the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. Tell me what are your opinions about these changes. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.